Once upon a time, in a bustling town nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, there lived a woman named Isabella. Isabella was 82, but time seemed to have forgotten her. She moved through the world with a youthful energy that belied her years. Her eyes sparkled with mischief, and her laughter echoed with the joy of one eternally young. Isabella's story began like that of many others, filled with dreams and aspirations. As a young woman, she had harbored ambitions of traveling the world, experiencing all it had to offer. But life had a way of diverting paths. She had fallen in love, married young, and dedicated her life to her family and career. Though her journey had been different from what she had envisioned, she had no regrets. Her family was the center of her universe, and she cherished every moment spent with them. As her children grew up and started families of their own, she reveled in the joy of being a grandmother. Her house was always filled with the laughter of grandchildren, and she found immense pleasure in nurturing the next generation. But as the years rolled by, the grandchildren grew older and their visits became less frequent. The house that once echoed with laughter now seemed too quiet, and Isabella found herself spending most of her days alone. This unexpected solitude was a new experience for her. She had always been surrounded by the warmth of family, and now she had to find ways to fill the void left by their absence. It was during one of these quiet afternoons that Isabella stumbled upon an old trunk in the attic. As she opened it, a rush of memories flooded back. Inside were her late husband's medals and certificates, tangible reminders of a life well lived. Among them was a faded photograph that caught her eye. It was a picture of her from her youth, her face radiating happiness as she held up a painting. The picture sparked a long dormant passion within her, a passion she had given up on so long ago. Painting when Isabella was young, she had dreamed of becoming an artist. However, societal expectations and familial obligations had led her down a different path. She had buried her artistic dreams deep within her, never allowing herself to acknowledge them, let alone pursue them. But now, with her newfound solitude and the encouragement of her granddaughter, Isabella decided to unearth this buried part of herself. She dusted off her old paintbrushes, their wooden handles smooth and worn from years of disuse. The colors, though faded, still held traces of their former vibrancy, and as she began to mix them, Isabella felt a sense of familiarity mixed with excitement. With each stroke of the brush, she felt a part of herself coming alive that had been dormant for decades. She found solace in the rhythm of painting, the methodical blending of colors, and the creation of something beautiful from a blank canvas. The paintings that came from her brush were a testament to her rekindled passion. Landscapes, portraits and still lifes, each piece was a reflection of her soul, her joy, her love for life and the world around her. She painted the rolling hills near her home, the mischievous twinkle in her grandson's eyes, and the bouquet of flowers her granddaughter had brought over. Every brushstroke was a celebration of life, of the beauty that existed not just in the world, but also within her. As weeks turned into months, Isabella's painting became a part of her daily routine. She would wake up with the sun, brew a cup of tea, put on some soft music, and start painting. The quiet house that had once echoed with voices was now filled with the soft murmur of her voice as she spoke to herself, offering words of encouragement and satisfaction. Sometimes she would lose herself in her art for hours, forgetting the world outside. Time, it seemed, had stopped for her in this small corner of her house where sunlight streamed through the window and landed on her wrinkled hands, holding the paintbrush like an old friend. One day, Isabella's granddaughter, noticing the stacks of paintings in her grandmother's house, suggested that she hold an exhibition. At first, the idea seemed preposterous to Isabella. She had painted for her own joy, not for public consumption. But her granddaughter's enthusiasm was contagious, and soon Isabella found herself agreeing. The exhibition was a resounding success. Art lovers and curious onlookers alike came to marvel at the paintings of an amateur artist who had only begun painting in her twilight years. They were astounded by the technical brilliance and raw emotion displayed in each piece. But what surprised Isabella the most was the impact her paintings had on others. People of all ages, backgrounds, and walks of life connected with her work. They saw in her paintings not just artistic skill, but a reflection of their own lives, their joys, sorrows, and dreams. Amongst the visitors was a renowned art critic who was so moved by Isabella's work that he invited her to submit her paintings to a prestigious art academy. The invitation was an honor, a recognition of Isabella's talent that warmed her heart. But it was the response from her family that meant the most to her. Her children and grandchildren, who had always encouraged her to pursue her artistic passion, beamed with pride. They realized that their mother and grandmother was more than just a homemaker or a loving old lady. She was an artist whose talents had been waiting to be discovered. As the years passed, Isabella continued to paint, her fame growing with each exhibition. But she remained grounded, her humility and kindness intact. She used her newfound fame and recognition to give back, teaching art classes to underprivileged children and organizing charity events. Now, many years after her first exhibition, Isabella is regarded as a local legend, a woman who took up painting at the age of 79 and went on to become a celebrated artist. Her life serves as an inspiration to many, a testament to the fact that it is never too late to follow one's dreams and that passions can be rekindled no matter how dormant they may seem. Through Isabella's story, we learn that it's never too late to chase our dreams. Life has its twists and turns, and sometimes our paths deviate from our initial plans. But it's never too late to make a U-turn and follow our hearts. Her dedication to her craft, her resilience in the face of societal norms, and her passion for sharing her gift with the world are qualities that inspire us all. Isabella's story also highlights the importance of pursuing what brings us joy. Life is not just about fulfilling societal expectations or adhering to conventional paths. It's also about finding happiness in the little things, in taking up that hobby we've always wanted to, or in pursuing a career that aligns with our passions. Just like Isabella found joy and fulfillment in painting, we too can find ours in various forms of creative expression or other pursuits that bring us happiness. Finally, Isabella's legacy reminds us of the profound impact our choices can have on our lives and the lives of others. By choosing to follow her dreams, not only did she enrich her own life, but she also inspired countless others. Her paintings touched people from all walks of life, and she used her platform to give back to her community. In doing so, she showed us the ripple effect our decisions can have and the importance of using our gifts to make a positive impact on the world. So let us take inspiration from Isabella's story and embrace the adventure of life with open arms. Let us pursue our dreams, find joy in our passions, and strive to make a positive impact on the world. Who knows? We might just discover our hidden talents or make life-changing decisions that redefine our journey, much like Isabella did when she picked up that old paintbrush and rediscovered her artistic passion.